I can bet you with 1,000 rupees. Okay, she is literally the goddess of sports romance. क्या बोल रही हूँ मैं? क्या बोल रही हूँ मैं? I'm alone in my room. I have Bhagwanji here, so that is fine. Hello cuties, this is Muskan aka Call Me a Reader. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before starting this video, I just want to let you people know that if you're in a reading slump, then this is completely fine and it happens with everyone, legit with everyone, okay? And if you do not feel like reading, it's completely okay because reading is a luxury, okay? Reading is something that you do for your own fun and everything. So if you're not able to read, there's no compulsion, there's no competition that you have to complete these many books in a year. This is not how it is supposed to be, okay? In this house, we do not appreciate that, okay? But if your reading slump is going on and on and on, and if you're sick of it, then here are some book recommendations that I think can definitely get you out of that reading slump. This is my personal belief that if you're in a reading slump, you should always start with a thriller because thrillers are usually very, very good to get you out of that reading slump. And also because you will be on that edge, right? You will always be wondering what is going to be happening next, what is going to happen next. So in that way, you will be soon out of your reading slump. So this is what I believe. So my first recommendation is going to be The X by MC. You know me, okay? You know that I'm a huge fan of her writing. However, somewhat recently, I'm not very huge fan of her writing because some of her books are not that great, which has been recently launched. But this one, I completed it. And it's really good, okay? When I call it, it's really good, then I mean it, okay? Like, after 144th page, this book is insane. Till 144 page, you would be aisa ki, should I just DNF it? It's not going that great. I, to be honest, DNF it 1 or 2 times, and then I just picked it just to give it another chance because I do not want to DNF any book very easily. So I just gave it another chance. And after 144th page, I was speechless ki how this book can be like so freaking creepy, okay? Just a little disclaimer, if you are not in a relationship and you are intending to get into a new relationship, do not read this book because you will be scared. But it is a huge recommendation from my side. You should definitely try reading this book. Next book recommendation from me is The Girl with 7 Names, Escape from North Korea. And to be honest, I just got this book because of its title, because I was really intrigued after reading the title. And the moment it came, I literally gulped this book, okay? I was so intrigued. I was so interested in knowing the story. I bet you would not be able to keep it down until you complete it. It's extremely interesting and it just makes you feel a lot of things. There are certain books which I feel just makes you remember that this is the whole point why I started reading in the first place. And this is definitely one of those books. And I love it for that particular reason because it's extremely, like, I don't know if I should call it extremely good because it's a real story. It's an original story. The author of this book is also like currently present with us. So I don't know if I should call it good because it's an original story and it's a very, very sad story. It really questions our humanity and a lot of things. So, but it is definitely a book that should be read, that deserves to be read. And I think that once you started, you will literally gulp it the way I did. Next 3 books are by my favorite author. Like, I worship her, okay? There is no other author that I literally worship and I die to meet her. I always wish that I can meet her again. And I recently met her in Jaipur in the JLF, but I think that was not enough for me and I really want to meet her again. So the 3 books here are by Sudha Murthy and these are very short books, very beginner friendly, and these are insanely good. Like, these books touch something in your heart and they just create a hollow space and you still kind of feel very comfortable with that space. You know that there are certain books that you just feel ki they feels like a very warm hug in the winters. These 3 books are exactly like that. So the first book is Gently Falls the Bakula, second is Mahashweta, and third is House of Cards. And these are very good and beginner friendly books, and there is a very specific reason that why I love these 3 books. The reason is that they very subtly talk about feminism, and I think that Sudha Murthy is from that era where a lot of, where there was not a lot of discussions were happening about the feminism, patriarchy, misogynist, and everything. Maybe or maybe not. I'm not sure about that. But then I love the fact that she was so progressive. She was so ahead of her time, and this just resembles in her writing. And I love that fact that she is able to get all of these things, all of her ideologies in the writing. And I absolutely love these three books. And these are very, very short. And I genuinely believe, I genuinely urge you people to read these three books by her. Next book recommendation is Beautiful Ugly by Alice. And I think that this is her latest release as far as I can remember. And I don't know why, but I had this intuition that this is going to be more of a horror book rather than thriller book. And to be honest, I'm more of a thriller reader, not of a horror reader. I do not want to read all those paranormal activities and everything. I'm alone in that read. I have Bhagwanji here, so that is fine. Yeah, so but this book, I was so wrong about it, and I'm so happy. I'm like utterly happy about the fact that this is not a horror book, this is purely a thriller book. And the plot is so insane. Okay, so the plot is about a writer who got stuck on an island, and there are so many crazy things happening on that island. Okay, and you do not even realize ki there are so many freaking creepy and weird, like absurd things happening around you until you get to that realization. But then it's very late. It's very, very late for you. And the creepiest thing about this book is that the story is going on, and then you realize that there is another story in between of the main plot. Like there is story in the story. If you get it, if this makes sense for you, I don't know if this makes sense, but then just read it and you'll get to know about it, because it's really creepy, and I think that this book should be read. The next book is Credence by Penelope Douglas, and I think that there is a lot of controversy around this book, and I am going to be as brutally honest as possible from my side. I personally do not judge people on their reading habits, on their reading choices.
And I do appreciate if you also people do not judge me, okay?
Because I like this book. I love this book, okay? And I know that there is a lot of controversy around it, because there is this one woman who is infatuated towards her uncle, as far as I remember, her uncle, and then his two sons. And I know it's weird. I know. From the perspective of brown household families, it's weird, very, very weird. Okay, I get it. But then I am also a dark romance reader, okay? Just do not judge me, okay? I am also a dark romance reader, and the chemistry, the craziness, the spice, everything, the tension, everything was so on point, okay? I know, it's very weird. I totally get it, okay? But then I cannot help but recommend, okay? So I'm not gonna push you to read this book, because it might not be for everyone. But the people who are interested in a dark romance, which is morally grey, then which also has a lot of spice, tension, heat, all of these things, then I think that you can try this book. And despite the fact that it is pretty much thick, I think that you would be able to complete it, because again, spice, dark romance, you cannot resist it. Next book recommendation is very weird, because this is like a satire book from MC, and I've loved all of her books, like majority of her books, and I just very randomly picked this book. And do not even tell me to recite the entire name, because it's very, very long and I keep on forgetting it. So I'm gonna attach the screenshot somewhere here. And I think that this is one of her most underrated books, okay? Because see, even when you read the first page of the book, even when you read the acknowledgement of the book, even when you read the author's note of this book, it seems as if the author herself has not even treated this book with a lot of seriousness. I was feeling it ki, why have you even written this book? Were you just joking around it? I felt it, okay? But it is a very short book. That is a very huge and good point when it comes to reading slump, like when it comes to taking you out of the reading slump. Second is, it is a very, very creepy book, like extremely creepy book. I insanely did not expect this book to be this creepy, because it doesn't make any sense, but it keeps on getting creepier and creepier, okay? Like, just a ribbon, just a piece of cloth is going to creep you out. It doesn't make any sense in your head, right? Because how a piece of cloth can make you creep out. But then it does. It does. You can't help it. So I think that this is one of our most underrated books and it should be read, okay? And if you're in a reading slump, this is a really, really good book. I think that you can literally complete it in a day or a half day because it's very, very short. Next book here we have is Globes Off, and I obviously loved it. There can never be a book that I will never love when it comes to Stephanie Archer. Okay. Oh my god. I think I tore it. Shit. Yeah, so there can never be any book that I cannot like when it comes to Stephanie Archer because she is literally the goddess when it comes to sports romance, okay? And I mean it. I'm not even exaggerating at this point. You can bet me with it, okay? I am right now, I can bet you with 1,000 rupees, okay? She is literally the goddess of sports romance, okay? And this is her Vancouver series, and this is the second last part of the entire series. And the last part is going to be released very soon. I'm very, very excited about it. And this is the particular book that I loved a lot. This and The Wingman. I got the nails also because of The Wingman because I love that book so much. So I think that if you are in a reading slump and if you're craving for maybe a good sports romance, a spicy romance, which is also very sassy and very giddy kind of, which will give you butterflies and will make you realize ki, okay, this is the whole reason why I started reading romance. This series is really good, okay? And if you think that you are not able to read any series, or maybe series is like a huge commitment at this point, I understand, okay? Just start with the first book, which is Behind the Net of Vancouver series, as far as I can remember. I can be wrong when it comes to name because I don't know what is wrong with my memory. And it's been a long time since I've read the first part, but I will make sure that I attach the name if I am being wrong. But just read the first part, okay? You will never be able to leave any book written by Stephanie Archer because chef's kiss. These books are literally chef's kiss. Next book here we have is Want to Know a Secret by MC. Again, I know, and it's a thriller again. But I love this book for a very specific reason. So I love those thrillers which will make you look fool, which will just dumb you at very, very certain points that you would be thinking ki bhai, I could have think of it. This thing was literally right in front of my eyes. I don't know how I'm so dumb that I was not able to see it, okay? So I love these kind of thrillers, and this book just makes you feel the same way. I am telling you this because, again, of a very specific reason, because see, what happened is there is this one particular character, not going to spoil anything for you, not going to give you any spoiler, believe me, okay? So, there is this one particular character in this book and everything is happening, okay? When any book will start, the author will start giving you characteristics of this character, no? So, everything starts in that way, okay? You are being told that this particular character is like this, blah, 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 this is what she does. So, everything is being told to you, okay? In the second part of this book, those particular characteristics are just like interchanged with these two characters, which again doesn't make any sense, okay? And then you keep on thinking ki bhai, am I perceiving this character wrong? Am I perceiving the character's name wrong? Okay, so like the entire thing is so much pure chaos, but then you keep on questioning everything around you, and again, MC being the queen of thrillers again fool you out of everything. So I think that it is a very good thriller and it should be read, and it's a very short book. So I think that it can be completed in probably 1 or 2 days, and it's a very good thriller to get you out of the reading slump. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video, and do let me know in the comment section which was that one book which was able to get you out of the reading slump. And yes, you can thank me later for all these book recommendations because I know that these are really, really good. Okay, some of these are my utterly favorite, and I know that it will give you, like, it will get you out of the reading slump. Okay, all you have to do is just try. And if you don't want to try any book in the reading slump, that is also completely fine. But I hope that if you are reading any book, just give these book recommendations a try, and you will not be able to regret it because these are some really, really good ones. And I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.